right, what is up, guys? Welcome to Inside the LPGA podcast. It is a very exciting week. We are here at the ANNIKA, driven by Gainbridge at Pelican, and we have a very, very exciting guest with us today, Nelly Korda. She's the Rolex Player of the Year. You won 6 times this year. I'm sure everyone listening and watching knows that, but thank you everyone for tuning in. We are very excited to have you, and you just finished the Pro-Am. It was very exciting.
And you played with Caitlin.
I did, I know. Just one on top of the other, just stacking them up.
Yeah, kind of two goats of your sports. How was it? Was she good? Was it fun? Did y'all vibe?
Yeah, she was really, really nice. We've actually messaged a couple of times on Instagram, but it was the first time that we've met and got to hang out, and super nice, super down to earth, and can definitely hit the golf ball.
Yeah.
Are you going to go watch her play eventually?
Yeah, I would love to. Honestly, it's crazy how many people she draws to the game, to women's sports. So having her out here is quite amazing to see how many people came out. And I have to be honest, I have never really watched the NBA or WNBA, and she is definitely. I've watched a couple of games of hers this past season, and I would love to go to watch one in person.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Yeah, the crowds out there were insane. I don't know if we've ever seen that for a Pro-Am.
So no, I've not.
Y'all got that 7 a.m. Tiger Woods tee time, though.
We did, yeah. It was an early one.
Yes. So up at 3:40 to cover it. So, but here we are now doing the podcast, and you know what we're going to ask about next. The Sports Illustrated suit. We have to talk about it. You look so good.
Fire!
Thank
Honestly,
you.
like that was so awesome.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? And for maybe people who didn't see, you're going to be in Sports Illustrated. Looked amazing. Tell us about it and how it all kind of came to fruition.
So definitely, I got the call, or my agent got the call probably 2 months ago, and obviously I jumped on it. It's such an amazing honor to be in it. It's something that, you know, with the amazing athletes that they have lined up after me, I mean, every single day I've seen the people that they have announced, and it's such an amazing lineup this year of an amazing women athletes. And it was interesting. Like at the start, I was definitely very timid because I'm not used to posing in a swimsuit, and it's just so outside my comfort zone. But I think that's what's so amazing about these opportunities is that I get to step outside my comfort zone, do something new, and I'm put into an amazing media channel where, you know, hopefully at the end of the day I can also grow the game, or, you know, put a little bit more eyeballs on the game of golf, because I don't know, the last time I think Natalie Gulbis was in Sports Illustrated, and that was a long time ago. So it was so much fun. The whole crew was so great to work with, and then by the end of the day I was so comfortable with them at posing that it felt like nothing. Yeah. So
did you practice posing?
No, not at all. I was thinking the day before, I was like, oh my gosh, I have not even I was like, I didn't even practice.
Coach you, or?
Yeah, so they had someone that helped out. There was a massive crew. I mean, they were so amazing to work with. And as I said, I mean, MJ, the editor of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit, she was like, it's like I just saw my child grow. Because I just went from like timid and like shy to like just kind of like working it in front of the camera by the end of the day.
You looked amazing.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, one more question about that, or at least for me.
Yeah.
Did you get to pick your bathing suits, or did they pick them? How did that work?
Yeah, I got to pick my bathing suits. I did a fitting the day before.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice.
That's so fun.
That's awesome.
I love that.
We were texting about it. We were freaking out. We were like,
I was like, she's so hot. Okay, this is such a bad thing to say, but I'm going to tell you because it's funny. I tell my husband, I'm like, man, Nelly looks hot. And he's like, I'm like, I could never do that. He's like, you could be in the big and bold. I was like, screw you.
I got to go talk to Patrick after this. I'm going to go hunt him
There's
down.
your laugh for the day.
Oh, God. I don't even know what to say.
I was like,
You're like, no comment.
Yeah.
I think
I guess you love me.
Yeah.
Again, Patrick. We're going to have to talk to him after this. We're going to go find him.
A little talking to him.
Well, I guess we should talk a little bit about golf. You know,
I guess
since
we should.
We're at a golf course. There's a tournament going on. Obviously, this is your first tournament back since having to withdraw due to injury. How are you feeling? Are you happy to be back and just swinging a club and playing?
Yeah, super happy to be back. I mean, unfortunately, I kind of dealt with injuries quite often every year. This one is definitely different in my neck versus my back from what I've had, but did so much rehab. I spent so much time with Kim, my physio, who's she definitely needs a break from me. I feel bad for her, but haven't played too much golf. Kind of rushed my rehab a little bit just to get ready for these 2 events because they're obviously playing so close to home, and season championship being in Naples, I didn't really want to miss these 2, but just grateful to be back. Grateful to be healthy again and to be doing what I love.
Yeah. You have had several different injuries this year, and I think people forget they only see the wins, and every athlete goes through adversity.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts when that happens? Like, are you like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Or you know, you have had a lot to deal with this year, and I think people forget about the adversity you've gotten through, and you're still playing amazing golf.
I was telling my team, I was like, I feel like I've lived 9 lives since January. Like, I've just gone, this year has been like crazy. It's been amazing, but it's also tested me so much. Like, I've gone through some of the lowest lows to the highest of highs, and I feel like that's just every year it tests me. You know, the main difference between, I think, maybe a team sport versus an individual is like when you're on top of your game and you're ranked high and you're playing well, you're just under such a microscope. So if you have a bad day, like, it's magnified and everyone's talking about it. But at the end of the day, like, we're humans. We're going to have bad days. And I think I got into a funk of the middle of the season, you know, where I was playing really well, and in a sense where I was just, golf felt, I don't want to take it for granted, but it felt kind of like it was just clicking, right? And I was just flowing with it. And then in the middle of the season, it just felt like the hardest thing in the world. And then all the criticism that you hear, but you don't want to look at, it's tough to deal with. And it just made me realize, like, then I was like afraid to make mistakes. Yeah. But to the point where then when I was afraid to make mistakes, I started making more mistakes because I was so afraid of it. And I just had to tell myself, like, I'm a human being. Like, I'm going to have good days and I'm going to have really bad days. And it doesn't define me. And I can't be afraid of making these mistakes because it's just going to eat me alive. Yeah. So having a really great support system that, you know, I can lean on and I can talk to people, I think that's really helped me. But it's been a crazy year. Definitely have had a mix of all of it, but I'm just so grateful. I still am truly madly in love with the sport. I love doing this. I love seeing all the people come out, all the kids that come out and say that, you know, I inspire them. And at the end of the day, you have to think of the bigger picture and know that, like, this is our job. Like, it's crazy. Like, we get to travel for a living, we get to play in these beautiful places, and we get to inspire people.
Yeah, that's good stuff, Nelly. I mean, it really is, because I think you have inspired a lot of kids. Even Halloween, I saw so many little kids dressed up in Nelly Korda.
So cute. Yeah.
I know you've inspired a lot of people, and you are making the game better even through all the adversity. And I think it's good to note that we are human. Yeah. Because people make mistakes. I remember Will Smith saying in an interview, like, the more movie opportunities got, the more expectation, the harder it got mentally. And so I think sometimes people think it's the opposite. The better you are, oh, they're fine. Yeah, it's like, no, it's actually harder.
Yeah, it is.
You've done it with grace. So
yeah, thank you.
From a player standpoint, you've done it with grace.
Thank you.
Definitely. I think on the other end of that too, you've had some obviously amazing things happen, but what is something this year? I mean, you went to the Met Gala, you won a major. Was there anything that you looked back on and you're
Solheim
like,
Cup.
I can't,
Solheim Cup first time.
Honestly, the list goes on and on. So is there anything that you look back on and you're like, I can't believe that happened?
Gosh. I would say the Met was pretty crazy. And so was Sports Illustrated. I think these, obviously, with the play and everything, I've just gotten these amazing opportunities, and I just jumped at them. Yeah. Like, I just was like, I mean, you only live once, right? YOLO. But yeah, YOLO. But, you know, it's great to, you know, take a chance on these opportunities, but also to take time for yourself as well, and to step away and to recharge your batteries. But just everything combined has in a sense, almost been a blur. As I said, like, I feel like I've lived 9 lives. January feels like 2 years ago. It's so much has happened this year, and I'm grateful. I am actually very, very grateful for the lows as well, because that is where, you know, you have to really dig deep. You find out who's really in your corner, and that's where you find out more about yourself too. So I think I'm just grateful for it all.
For all of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of recharging the batteries, I know you always go on a fun off-season trip. Do you have anything planned? And what does the ideal off day look like for you? So 2 questions.
Yeah. Yes, I have a trip planned. I like to take New Year's trips, and always in the snow.
Yes.
So going somewhere.
The hot cocoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely going to be drinking a lot of hot cocoa. So I'm going to go somewhere into the mountains and just take some time away. And then my ideal day off is just sitting on the couch, hanging with family, and just watching a few episodes, like completely disconnecting from the world.
Do you have a show you're watching at the moment?
No. I don't sure. No,
Been a little too busy right now, I guess.
2 more weeks and you'll be having
probably.
something.
I'm ready to get into the Christmas movies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I watched 3 yesterday.
I already have my lights on my house.
What?
Yeah. I am that crazy person in my neighborhood that already has her lights on.
I love that.
I love it.
I love Christmas. And
Me
this year,
too.
for some reason, it's been more, I think I was in Nashville last week and it was cold. So I was like, I'm going to watch some Christmas movies.
And it's going to be Grayson's first Christmas. So I think having like someone that's obviously so little and young is just going to revive the whole Christmas spirit.
Having little ones around for Christmas is the best.
Yeah.
Speaking of little ones, we know you love being an aunt.
Yes.
And he's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. Is he coming this week?
No, next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
How is aunt life? I saw you posted the other day. You were like, going to see my sister. It was like the running into the room and being like, hi. And holding her baby.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like whenever I like hug Jess like to say hi or bye, and she's like, I know you're here for Grayson. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
You're like, just move on. It's fine.
Yeah, just go see him. He's so cute. I mean, it's crazy how much he grows every single time I see him now. I mean, like, he is such a fast crawler, and it's just, to me, it's sad too, because obviously Jess spends every single day with him. But for me, I don't see him for a couple weeks, and then I'm like, who are you? You're such an adult now. And she does send so many videos and photos to the group chat every single day. So we're very grateful for that. So we get a lot of Grayson content, and it makes my heart very happy.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Yeah, very
I know.
sweet.
I look forward to all the content of my nephews as well. I'm like, okay, where are my pictures?
Yeah, exactly.
Where are my videos? Speaking of family, obviously you have a family full of athletes. Who do you think is the most athletic in your family, though?
Without a question, my brother.
Yeah.
Ah, I kind of thought
I can
say
see
your
that.
dad.
No, my brother.
Your brother.
Yeah, he's definitely the most talented. His hand-eye coordination is unbelievable. And his swing, like he plays maybe 5-10 times a year, has never had a lesson, and it's just, his lines are amazing.
That's crazy.
Like, so jealous.
That's so annoying.
Anything he like picks up, I mean, he just gets so good at it immediately, and he's just very, very talented.
Nice. I think it's time for our
Surf Pro
yes.
question.
Hit it, girl.
One of my sponsors has come in a big way for this podcast. They are the sponsor of this podcast, and they are the official Mulligan ball of the LPGA Tour.
Okay.
If you had a mulligan, whether it be in life or in golf, what would your mulligan be?
Can I have 2?
Yeah.
Okay, my first one is going to be, I wish I got more carrot cake the other day from this bakery, because it was unbelievable and it was gone in a matter of seconds. I know. In here. And then
After the SI shoot.
like yum yum yum. And then my second mulligan would be, I wish I didn't hit it OB on 16 at the British.
We all know.
Yeah.
Golf guides.
Yeah. Just giving one back.
Yeah.
They give you some, they take some back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be my non-serious and my serious.
I like it.
But that
I like
carrot
it.
cake, wish I got more of it. It was so good. Oh my God.
Guys,
Is that
you
your
have to go back.
go-to? Is that
That's
your
30
go-to?
minutes away. No, I'm actually not a big carrot cake person, but I walked into this coffee shop, and it's a really good coffee shop. Actually, it's in St. Pete. It's called the Bandit.
Yeah.
and they have unbelievable baked goods. And I just told them, can I have one of each?
I love that.
Yeah, and I just tried it, and I was like, oh my gosh,
How
this
is
is the
Nelly
best carrot.
Korda the #1 in the world? She gets all the baked goods at bakeries.
Carrot cakes, almond
YOLO.
croissants, everything.
YOLO, yeah. I actually didn't diet that much for SI, and I couldn't work out much because of my neck.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
And we're making a turn.
going into the sauna, I was like, okay, sweat it out, sweat it out.
And we're making you look like this right
I
now.
know. Perfect.
Yeah, I love
That's
all
so
the baked
funny.
goods. Can't say no to the baked goods.
Completely agree. I now want an almond croissant like really bad, so I'm probably gonna go after this and get one.
Yeah, you
So,
should.
Okay, thank you, Nelly, for joining us. Before we wrap up, I just want to talk a little bit about the rest of the year. You know, obviously you got Rolex Player of the Year.
Yeah.
How much of an honor is that, and how excited are you to be able to officially accept that next week at the CME Group Tour Championship?
It's been a crazy, crazy ride this year, and I just have to say I'm super grateful for my team being in my corner, going through the ups and downs with me. I hit the golf balls, but at the end of the day, there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes, and you know, I wouldn't be where I am without them. And as much as it is my award, it's theirs as well. And all the hard work that we've put in just is amazing to get this achievement.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. Yeah, we do.
Good luck this week and next week.
Thank you.
YOLO. I feel
YOLO.
like that's the perfect way to end the episode.
I feel like I'm back in like 2010.
I know. I don't think I said that word since I was in like 7th grade, but I love it. Thank you, Nelly.
Okay, no problem.
Y'all come back now.